Paul Seaton here for SpaceSocial.com and 888 Poker. It's the SuperStack and the high roller, so who better to speak to than a real high roller? James Akenhead, experienced player here at the Palm Beach Casino. You've just busted out the tournament, unfortunately. You're down quite short. How did you get down to that level so quickly?
You start with quite a lot of chips. It says, it's 20,000 starting stack, just a lot of chips. And I came a bit late today, so I missed the first couple of levels, but I still had enough big blinds, and I just sat there pretty tight today. I didn't really get dealt any hands. I got my stack up to about 30k and put some nice bluffs in, and got quite a few pots through. But didn't really get any hands to work with, so I got into spots sometimes where I had marginal decisions, and then eventually I got my chips in twice in good decisions and good spots, but I lost both of them, and then just went really short and just waited for a spot to shove, found sixes, ran to eights, and that's it. It's pretty uneventful, not that exciting.
If you lose the flips, it makes it very difficult to win tournaments.
It makes it very tough.
The later stages,
it makes it very tough.
Really tough.
It's nice to win, and just try and just keep going without winning, without having any showdowns and that. But sooner or later, you have to have something to hold.
Yeah, absolutely.
Usually, hopefully, you've got a stack, big enough at that stage to withhold some damage and that, which I did. I did lose 2 pots before I busted, so you can't lose 3 in a row in this game.
No, absolutely not, especially with the blinds going up quite quickly at the end.
Yeah.
You spoke about marginal decisions there, and actually we were just talking off camera about the success of Chatter in Ireland.
Yeah.
He calls you the calculator on camera with us there, because you're sort of the king of making those kind of key, crucial decisions.
Yeah.
What do you put that down to? Obviously, your mathematical knowledge is important, but is that kind of a live read situation for you?
Yeah, I put it down to experience a lot. Obviously I've played tons of poker. I can't remember the last time I had a week off, and I've been playing 7 years. So it just comes from experience, really. And I play loads online now as well, where I didn't before. I'm getting a lot more experience there. You get a lot more hands, and you kind of get the feel when you're in spots, when you have a pair of sixes and not quite sure what to do with it. It makes it much more clearer for you, whereas before it might be a bit vague and you're not really sure if you're making the right decision or not. But if you play loads online, and you just get a lot more experience, those kind of decisions come a lot more natural, and they become more black and white as opposed to being kind of like cloudy. So there's a few spots today where they were marginal, but I knew what I was doing, and both times I was right. So
yeah, it allows you to make those decisions quicker, which is key, isn't it?
Yeah.
Taking your time on other pots where you want to make plays.
Exactly, yeah. The quicker you act, the less kind of reach you put the poker on you as well. Like if it isn't an all-in situation, if you take ages to make a decision, maybe they're going to get a read on you. So it kind of helps to know what you're doing in their spots. So.
Absolutely. Well, for some fans who maybe don't follow online poker as much as they follow live poker, you've seen James on the television quite a lot, I'm sure, but James also was very successful in the Sunday Million, which is the biggest weekly online poker tournament on PokerStars.com.
Yeah.
You took that down the second week of January, was that?
Yeah, it was in January at some point. I've been playing that tournament for 7 years. It's about time I won it, I'll tell you that much.
I have to ask you about the misclick, because a few people have brought this up. Now, tell us about it and what part that played in the final. If any.
I'm really annoyed about the fact I misclicked. But the reason being is that I was playing really well, and I was kind of like I just felt I had a hold on all the players left in the tournament, and I was really I thought I was definitely going to win it from like 3 tables out. I just crushed, and then I made this misclick where it was 7-handed on the final, and it took ages to get down to 7-handed from 9-handed. So everyone's the average stack had much fewer big blinds. And I was actually 3rd in chips at the time with 22 big blinds, so it got really shallow because it took so long, because it was 7-handed for ages. And then I was like making these funny bets where I was sticking 85 chips in the end of every bet from like all the way down from like 4th level all the way to the final. So now rather than writing in like 1,085, I'm now typing in 1,085,085 or something like that. So it's quite hard to type in 7-figure bets. Yeah. Especially after playing for 12 hours straight, and it's like 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning. So I had like 9.5 million. The blinds 200,000, 400,000, and I go to make 800,000 and 85. It's just silly, stupidly, but and I made 8 million and 85. So I put in 90% of my stack, and passed it around to the guy on the partner who happened to be second in the chips, and he just calls. I was like, no. When he called, when I did it, I didn't realise I did it. Like, I still thought I'd just bet 800,000, and then he calls, and I'm like, okay, that's pretty strange. He calls, and then I looked at my stack, how much of the chips I got left, and I got 1.5 million left. I'm like, hold on a minute, I started this hand with 9.5. Oh no, what have I done? And then I realised like he's called, and I'm like, oh well, I'm definitely dead though, because if he's called, like he's obviously just got aces, kings, or queens minimum. Like he's gonna have aces and kings there most of the time.
And what did you have in the hand? What was your?
I had king 10 off suit, and I wanted the gun as well. And then but while I was kind of working this all out, the flopper came down, King 10-7. I'm like, hold on a minute, this is great.
Now
as long as he hasn't got kings.
Yeah.
So looking at kings, I've got him beat. And he had queens. Turn was a 9 to give me a sweat, and the river was a 9. So if he had the aces, I'm still losing. So I only beat the hand. I beat the only hand that I could have beaten. So it was really lucky, but it really pissed me off because like it kind of makes it look like maybe I fluked the win.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like you were already controlling the table. It's kind of like beating a team in football, and they say, well, we went down to 10 men. Yeah, with 10 minutes left on the clock when you were 3-0 down. It makes no difference. You were kind of already beating up the table.
Yeah,
right?
it's not quite as extreme as that, but I know what you're saying.
I'm trying to give you.
No. I mean, like I wasn't certainly going to win it, but I felt I was definitely going to win it. So poker, like, but obviously it gave me a bit of a boost. A huge boost, in fact, but it just kind of like I don't want the glory to be taken away from me because I thought
it
really
doesn't sound like you should do, especially after 7 years of playing it. When you're experienced and you get to that position, you think, okay, I've got this now.
The very previous week, I came 32nd in the tournament, and that was a huge run as well. And I was kind of really when I went to sleep that night, I was so angry and tilted as you would be to win like 3,000 when I could have won 2,000. But then I came back the next week, and so when there was like 33, 32 players left, I played so tight. I was like, I'm not busted out 30 seconds.
This time,
I just didn't play ahead. I didn't play ahead for ages. I was like, there was like 27 players left, and then I thought, okay, I've got further than last week, so I kicked on and put the pressure on.
Well, it worked. Eventually, it came good, right? How do you approach that? Because it's 12 hours. You can say, some people might think, an online poker tool, that's all right. You just click in for a couple of £100, and wow, you win 200,000. That sounds easy, but that's a long day studying poker, right?
There's a lot more to it than just sticking a few £100 and clicking buttons. But it's quite because in the US, they used to be alright because they used to start at like 2 in the afternoon and finish at like midnight. And they just just go out for a beer and then go to bed, right? And we're playing when people are getting up for work next door and stuff. And it's light now and the birds are singing and stuff. And when you feel like even if you had enough sleep at that time in the morning, when the sun comes up, you just feel like it doesn't matter how much sleep you've had, you feel really drowsy and stuff. So it's much tougher, I think, for us guys in Europe. Obviously, those guys aren't playing anymore. But for Canada, for example,
I think you're
right.
It's still at a disadvantage. Yeah, absolutely.
Even though the UK online players are pretty much the best in the world at the moment.
I was going to say, about pound for pound, we pretty much are at the moment. We're not bigging ourselves up or anything, but
hats off to them.
I mean, there are some really amazing British players, not just yourself and other famous names, but
I'm not an online player, but
we asked Jake Cody the same thing, and he said we shouldn't. It's not just about me or yourself or anyone like. It's about the kids that are at home playing really, really good poker. If they get put in the same situation, they probably make the same decisions as well. Which is a great sign for the country as a whole. Right?
UK is absolutely crushing. I did it about 3 years ago, and since then we've absolutely, totally proved that. And I just think we have the best players in the world, even with such a small country. For the amount of people that live here, absolutely. It's very impressive.
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully not too long before we get a World Series winner over in the States, because we have enough entrants now, just about, that we have a fighting chance.
We have enough good players, We get a couple down to the last couple of tables, and we have a really good shot. Sorry guys, I didn't do it. Or Sam Holden.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet.
You can be the first returning November 9 for a while.
Hopefully. Well, no longer it'll be October 9, right?
That's right, there's no November 9. So what do you make of that name, James? Happy with that? I'm not.
October 9.
I'm not entirely happy with that.
Doesn't quite have the same ring, does it? It's November 9. But, hopefully I can make the October 9.
Well, hopefully. It might be a freak year where there's only one October 9ers rather than November.
And then
it'd be pretty cool to win it that year.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
Exactly.
Well, hopefully you do that, but best of luck. You're going to Vienna, right, for the WPT?
Yeah, I'm playing the cash game there, and I'm playing the WPT, and I'm not sure about I'm not playing the Premier League, because, that's full.
But you can play the WPT.
Play the WPT and the big game, the cash game.
Awesome.
And, I'm looking forward to it.
Fantastic. Well, we wish you best of luck. You probably won't need it. I'm sure it's a very skillful game.
Everyone needs luck in poker. I promise you that.
Congratulations on Sunday Million as well from all of us at Spade Social and 888 Poker, and we'll hopefully see you very soon.
Thank you.
Thanks, James.
All right.